Hey guys, this is MeerHut. How y'all doing? I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Welcome to the Mighty MeerHut channel. Glad to see you guys here. Today we are going to be talking about maps, okay? So if you watch my other videos or you've seen me on the realm before, you know that I kind of like pixelated, map art. It's fun. You can make a dragon, you can make, my face, you can make Spectrum's face, you can make a compass rose to put on your bigger map board. Okay, and I've had some people ask me how to do it. I know there's some ways you can look up, but I'm here to give you kind of a step-by-step. If it gets too monotonous in some filling in areas, I will do a little time lapse. Okay, so as you can see these lines in the ground, I have Chunk Visualizer loaded, and I will put a link to that in the description. You'll just click on that, download it, run it, and then the next time you open your Minecraft, you're going to be able to turn this on as a texture pack, and all it does is put lines all over the ground. It also actually, I've realized this recently, gives you the full 16 by 16 cube, which is pretty amazing. Pretty happy about that. And you kind of need this in order to find the borders of your map, and I'll show you what I mean. We're going to go over here to our resource list. Today we're going to find the map and we're going to make a map of my face because it's very easy and just 8 by 8. So you're going to need your blanket block, I'll call it your platform block, like you saw behind me. Okay. You're going to need a fresh map. Now you're going to want to use a locator map at the beginning, but then you're going to want to use a regular map at the end. That way when you do it and you open up the new map, which has your face on it or whatever your pixel art is, you're not going to have that green arrow. Alright, now we're doing my face, so sand comes up as yellow, my face is kind of yellow, black concrete, pink concrete. I use blue for the little areas around the bottom of the mask, you'll see that. And then I'm going to show you something really quick with this, this map, okay? So you come around here, this is the base map that you get right here, okay? And it's going to be 8 chunks by 8 chunks, perfectly chunk aligned, okay? And if for some reason your pixel art is bigger than that, it's bigger than the 8 chunks by 8 chunks, 128 blocks by 128 blocks, all right? In survival world, you're just going to count out 2 stacks one way and 2 stacks the other way once you find your map border. If you want it bigger, okay, you can make it bigger. This is the same map, all right? So all you got to do, in case you didn't know, I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence, but some people don't know this, okay? We're going to go over here, we're going to open the map, okay? And I'm just going to put the map in the middle. This is a 0-4 map. Put it there. Take this paper. Circle the map in paper. Okay. It's going to give you a 1 out of 4 map. So that is much, much bigger. See? Now I've actually outlined this so you can actually see the difference of how much you're going to have to work with. That makes it a 16 chunk by 16 chunk. You guys can do the math on that one. Okay. All that purple, that's the bigger map, okay? So this is the original map that you get. Around the purple is the bigger map, okay? So now to use this, now I've gone ahead and gotten a different map. We'll go pick up another one. Here we go. I'm going to show you exactly how to get your little borders here. You're going to go out in the middle of the ocean, or wherever you want to go, middle of the plains, biome, whatever. You're going to open up your map. You're going to look at the map. I've already put the white down so you can see it's all white. And you're going to walk, or fly, whatever, until you get to the edge. And when you get to the edge, if you have Chunk Visualizer, well, you're just going to look for the edge, okay? And you take your map out, and you'll be like, okay, well, I need to find the corner. Boom, I have the corner, and you can see that's the corner right there, so you know you need to go 2 stacks that way, 2 stacks that way, fill everything in between. Especially if you're in the ocean, you don't want to fall in. And that's how you do it. And again, I'll put a link to the description for that add-on. The other way to do it is to load up Chunkbase. I'll put a link for their website in my description as well. And people use that for, finding slime chunks to make, their slime farms, which also have to be chunk aligned. So you put your seed number in there, you put your coordinates in there, you hit go. It tells you exactly where you are, but right there in the bottom, it'll also give you the coordinates of the chunk you're in. It'll give you the edges of the coordinates. It'll say something like, 233 to 248, and then it'll have that's the x coordinate. It'll have the z coordinate. It'll basically do the same thing. It'll say negative 181 to negative 199 or whatever. Okay. Somebody's going to check those numbers and realize that I just made them up. But that's what it's going to do on chunk base. Okay, so it's a good tool to use. There are other ways to go, but that's really the two safest bets. So now that I've talked your ear off about maps, we're going to go ahead and start making my head. Now I told you this is 8 chunks by 8 chunks. My face is 8 by 8, so it makes it really easy. Every little cube of my face is going to be a 16 by 16 square. It's going to be one entire chunk. So we're going to go ahead and build that. So let's see, my eyebrows are 3, and then there's a 2. We're going to use sand in the middle, so 2 chunks of sand, and then 3 chunks of black concrete again. So I'm going to try to make sure I'm facing north. I mean, you could rotate the map on the map board, or on the item frame. I kind of want to make sure I'm facing north. All right, so eyebrows. We're going to go inside this red line. We're going to come down to the blue line. There we go. And then we're going to go over. And I lost it. There we go. Okay, so that's one eyebrow. Then we're going to sand in the middle. Here we go. That's one chunk. There's 2. And then we're going to have my eyebrow again. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, and lost control of it. There you go. Okay. Had a little lag jump there. That was interesting. Y'all see that? Not sure how that translates on video. All right, now the next hole, okay, it's going to be sand all the way across for one chunk, so I'm not going to bore you too much with the details. I'm not going to outline every single chunk. Because at the end, I think I'll do a time lapse where I fill it in so I can show you guys the finished product. And we can see if sand was a good choice. On the MineCraft realm, I think I just used white concrete, whatever, so I had a very ghostly looking face. But if you look at the map, not the map, I'm sorry. If you look at the mask, it's, well, it's actually, kind of yellowish. Okay, so we have our whole line of sand, and now we have my eyes. So it's 1 sand chunk and then 2 for the eyes. So 1 sand chunk. Here we go. Okay, and then 2 for the eyes. And then another sand chunk. Here we go. I'm sorry, this is 2 sand chunks, right? Yes, 2. Yeah. Okay, so 2 sand chunks in between my eyes. Here we go. 1, 2. We're going to go ahead and lock that off. It's going to help me on filling it in, which y'all are going to see at light speed. All right, another 2 for the eyes. 1. Come on. There we go. 2. Okay, perfect. We're going to lock that off. And then, of course, just sand right here to finish off the line. Perfect. Now, what does my face look like? All right, now we're to my rosy red cheeks, rosy rose cheeks. It's not red. So 2 pink on either side. There we go. And again, you guys don't have to use a face. You see, I've used a dragon before. I've made a compass rose. Whatever you think your pixels can handle, you can go ahead and do. It's not too terribly difficult. Okay, so that's one chunk, and here's the other chunk. So we're just going to bring that across. Break off the extra on the end. I'm going to bring that up in the middle here. Good. Okay, and then sand all the way across the middle. Oop. Here we go. We're doing this at rocket speed because, you know, creative and all. Alright, now I need one black, then alternate 2, 2, 2, and 1 on the end. Okay, so one black right here. And then we're alternating 2, 2, and 2. Oh, that's 1. There's 2. And then 2 black. 1, 2. Then should be 2 more sand. Right there. I should have 1 chunk on the end for black, and I do. Good. Always make sure you're on the correct side of these lines if you're using it on chunk visualizer. Looks good so far. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is 1 sand and then alternating 2, 2, 2 the other way. Alright, so 1 sand. There we go. There we are. Okay. Then we're going to come up. Then we're going to go 2 black, then 2 sand, then 2 black. That's 2. Get close enough there to grab that block. Then 2 sand. There we go. 1 too many. Alright. And then we're going to 2 more black again. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, way too far. There we go. And then room for 1 sand on the end. Perfect. Okay, look at that, we're almost done with the outline. Then you guys can get to the time lapse. Alright, so let's see here. Now I need 3 sand, 2 black, 3 sand. So 3 sand, 2 black, and 3 sand. Alright, here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Two black. There's 1. There's 2. And then 3 sand should take us to the end. Here we go. 1, 2. Yep, right to the end. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna do. Remember, I told you I had that little spot in the bottom of my mask, so that's going to be blue. So we're going to do 2 blue, 1 sand, 2 black, 1 sand, 2 blue. So 2 blue to start. And that's right there at the bottom. So 2 blue. So I'm just going to put this little line right here. Okay, and then sand. Here we go. Perfectly done. Now we're going to do 2 black. Almost done. Here we go. 1 sand. I'm going to go ahead and put it right here just because I'm here. 1 sand, and then finish it off with 2 blue. Absolutely perfect. So if you look at it from above, that's just how I outlined it. I will go ahead and start filling this in for you guys, and we'll see when I'm done. Hi guys, so today, in today's time-lapse chat, I'd like to talk, well first, did you see how I messed up those eyebrows in that first row? I did, to my credit, I did find it real quick and went ahead and fixed it before I started filling everything in, because that would have been a complete disaster. Be very careful while you're making the outline. Some people might just, fill in the whole block, instead of doing an outline, just go row by row on that pixel art. And that might be what you need to do. So, anyway, today's time-lapse chat, I'd like to talk about my channel a little bit. I'd like to say I'm really thankful for the support that I've been getting. I have about 26 subscribers right now, but that's only in like a month's time of starting this channel. So if you did 26 subscribers every month for a year, well, you're looking at like, what, 300 or so subscribers. And that's amazing for a year. And I think it'll only grow from there. You guys are gonna see a lot of videos come out. I'm trying to pump out as many as I can to start and then get onto an actual fixed schedule. You're gonna see at least a video every Saturday. So there's that. Support I've been getting with Spectrum, he's gone ahead and he's the one who pushed me to start this channel. So of course, naturally, I want to get as many subscribers as he does and eventually overtake him. It's a friendly competition though. Everybody in the realm has been very supportive. You have JC, who gives me little building tips for my base, and Blaze 3 Retro or Blaze Retro. He uses the 3 as the E, so he's been really supportive. Celtic Goddess has been really supportive, very encouraging. So overall, I'm just trying to say, thank you, and let's watch this channel grow. Also, I'd like to talk about the chunk visualizer that I'm using. I'm not sure if I touched on that enough. What it does is it puts those lines on the ground. Those lines are exactly your 16 by 16 chunk, and if you're building up, it gives you, the full 16 by 16 cube. That's hugely important, wildly important for a number of things. The new mob spawning mechanics. Mobs get to be like 25, steps away, but they only spawn up to 4 chunks away from you. So if you make your, mob farm too humongous, well, part of your farm isn't even used because nothing's spawning there. Also, all of your farming needs. So you take your villagers and you put them in. You have the carrot farm, you have the potato farm, wheat and whatnot. You don't really want to have that too much bigger than 1 chunk by 1 chunk. You want it exactly 1 chunk by 1 chunk. That way, when you're either loading the whole farm or you're not, nothing despawns and no mechanics break. Any farm that requires a minecart hopper, minecart chest, minecart in general, once it goes out of the chunk, and if you're loading and reloading chunks, you do have the chance that minecart could despawn. If you've ever seen a missing minecart, what happened to my minecart? If you found out where your chunks are using chunk visualizer or chunk base, you might realize that minecart is coming in and out of a chunk. So when you go about 4 chunks away, it's getting loaded and unloaded and loaded and unloaded, the chunk. And that's how you can, find things disappearing on you. And that's no good either. So really, really important. I'll have the link in the description. I know for a fact that it works on Windows 10, and I've been told that it works on Xbox One, but you have to load it a little differently. So you can find a video, maybe I'll make one on how to load, certain add-ons and texture packs. It's technically a texture pack. Load that into Xbox One, but I know for a fact it works on Windows 10. And if you can't get it to work, again, load up chunkbase.com and plug in your seed, plug in your coordinates, and then look for your chunk borders there. And that'll be really beneficial for you. So back to the channel. As for the future of this channel, I want to see a lot of building tutorials. I want to make a lot of redstone tutorials, and of course the Let's Plays. I'm going to try to divide the Let's Plays into different playlists. I'm already on, as you guys know, the MineCraft server. I'm also putting my little feelers out there to see if I can get into maybe Silent Whisper's little realm, the Whispercraft. I'm not big enough to get into, you know, truly Bedrock yet. Also, I'm going to see if I can get into Centronet's little Broke Rock. That contains a lot of people from another server that I was on, or realm that I was on a while back, so there's a good chance I can make it on there, or maybe his smaller channel, or smaller realm that he has underneath it. But each one I'm going to try to put in a different playlist. Barring any of that, I might try to do, you know, let's play single player. So maybe like a Skyblock or the 4 Pillar Survival. I really liked a couple of the series that I saw on that. And, you know, just kind of want to see where it's going there. So stay tuned. Big things are happening for this channel. I see nothing happening but growth. Every video I make, I'm learning something new. I'm learning something new in YouTube. I'm learning something new in the recording software, in OBS, or in the editing process. I can add little pictures now. I can do time lapses like this one. So stay tuned, guys. The sky's the limit. Alright guys, what do you think of that? I definitely think that looks like a MeerHut head. Let's see here. Let's open up in a map. Let it update. Let's go to the corners. Make sure we get the corners updated. There we go. There's a little spot right there. You see it? Let's make sure I didn't miss it. Okay. Nope, I didn't miss it. Just wait for it to update. I'm going to try to run around to the other side and update that one as well. Here we go. Way off into the corner. Oh, okay, perfect. Now I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. I'm sure you've seen it before, but I'll show you one more time. There we go. And we'll take that off. And we'll put it on. Look at that crazy MeerHut head. I absolutely love it. And again, if you have something more, you know, something bigger you want to do, you just do this right here. Put the paper around the map, and did the math on that, by the way. It's 256 by 256, of course, because it's 16 chunks by 16 chunks from this bigger map. So if you have a more intensive type of pixel art that you're trying to do, just do that. Another little hint would be grab yourself the other map when you're actually using this, because, you know, if you don't, did you see that little green arrow that was on there? That's because it was a locator map. So if you get the other kind of map, which is just the empty map, right? And then you've got to actually fly to get over this general vicinity to make sure it makes the right one. There you go, see? And it doesn't have any kind of arrows. You don't know which way you're facing. None of that. All right, we'll let that just hang out there. Come over here. And there's no risk of ever having the green dot. It's not on this one, but trust me, it will show up. So, all right, guys, that's about all I have time for today. So if you like the video, please do hit like. If you are new to the channel, please hit subscribe and the notification bell so you can get updated on all my new videos. And I'll see you next time.